listening to hashtag New Music Monday on Wandsworth Radio. I'm Akylah Rodriguez, and I have my guest in this afternoon. He's managed to make it in despite the rain and the slight getting lost on the way. Sorry about that. His name is Jake Morrell. He is a UK country music artist who just performed at the Country to Country Festival this weekend, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for coming in, Jake. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for having me.
You're starting to warm up a little bit here in the studio.
Yes, it's nice and toasty in here. It's rather miserable outside.
I know. I'm so sorry about that. And of course, my phone died, so I couldn't even call you to say where we are.
Yeah, I was just like, am I like gonna get mugged?
Oh, come on. It's not that scary around here, is it?
No, it's actually just exactly the same where I live in East London, so yeah, it's fine.
Exactly. So I saw you perform at the Bedford Christmas party last year. That's where I first heard you, and I thought, I really like this guy. I like his voice. I like his songs. I'm going to get him on the radio station. And then I did some research on you, and turns out that you are doing amazingly in your career, first of all. Not only playing country to country, but you've also played Glastonbury. You've worked with some incredible people. I almost didn't know where to start or what question to ask you first, because you've done some really cool things. I'm going to start with where you start on your website, in your bio. So it says that you were discovered by Dermot O'Leary. Was that a case of him, like he heard your song and then he featured you on his radio show? What actually happened there?
So what happened there was my mum sent in my music for his. I don't know if he does anymore, but his Some Mums Do Indie section. I was in holiday in Cornwall when this happened. I was just like, I was completely, what is going on? But they loved it over there. Like Dermot and his producer really enjoyed my track Wire and Thorns. And then from that I got a slot at Glastonbury because Emily Evis heard it, so she got in contact via Twitter saying we'd love you to come down and play, which is amazing. And then when Dermot heard that, I went back on his show the following week and played live with my band, which was both terrifying and amazing. So, yeah.
So he really did kind of like champion you as such.
Yeah, and then he introduced me to my management and all this kind of stuff. So I owe him a lot. Really.
That's amazing.
And his whole team, to be honest, they're just a great bunch.
I'm not going to lie. When I saw the word discovered, I was like, was it actually discovered? Or
it really was. Yeah. No, I was
kind of floundering around, to be honest, like, trying to find something to do in the music industry. I had some interest from like management and all that kind of stuff, but he kind of locked it in for me, and ever since then it's just sort of been heading up. And
yeah, how long ago was that?
That was 2016. So since then I've done Country to Country twice now. After this weekend I've been to Nashville writing. It's been a whirlwind. I've done like loads of different festivals and just lots of showcases, just building up the repertoire. And now I'm releasing new music. So.
Yes, you are. So you had a single, Englishman, which was out last week.
Yes, that was out on Friday.
And you've also released another song today.
I am. It's not it's out on like Spotify and iTunes like now, but there's a music video coming at like 5:00 on my social medias later on. So
and we're going to get the exclusive.
You are, yes. the exclusive acoustic version.
Brilliant. Yeah. I couldn't ask for more. Why the rush?
I haven't put music out for a long time, and with Country to Country happening over the weekend, it all just seemed like a really good time. And basically, as soon as I've done this, I will put more out within a few months and just keep the ball rolling, because I've written so much now. It just needs to be being pushed out.
Yeah.
And we kind of have the resources, we've got the backing, and all that kind of stuff, so we can do that.
Gosh, is this like stuff you've written when you were out in Nashville?
It's a bit of everything. I'm well into my hundreds of songs now. Like, I've been writing since I was 16. So,
oh my gosh, I was going to ask when you actually started, because I was trying to do my research on you, and I think the earliest I could find was 2012, 2011, 2012.
No, it goes back further than that.
It does.
My first ever music video for one of my first ever times in a recording studio, it's tragic, so I've taken it down. But, it was a song called Garden Days, and I released it with the music video in like 2007. And then I went to university, wasn't taking music seriously, came out of university and was like, nope, I gotta do it. I want to do the music thing. So.
That's the beauty of uni, basically.
Yes.
What did you study?
I did graphic design.
Oh, okay.
Which comes
Still
in
creative.
very handy.
Yeah, I
But
bet.
yeah, I'm totally creative. I'm not academic.
So you do your own logos and stuff like that?
Logos, album covers, everything. I design it all.
And fair play. Well, we're going to get you set up to perform. Shall we go with Englishman first?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, we will. So keep listening. Send us a tweet to @Wandsworth Radio if you have any questions at all for Jake. And definitely, you're going to want to hear this song because Englishman is one of, I think it's the first song I heard you play at the Bedford. No, not the first one, but you did play it at the Bedford.
I did play it, yeah.
And I loved it. And it was one of the reasons why I said, let's get this guy on the show, maybe. So yeah, keep listening. The brilliant Jake Morrell live in the studio playing his brand new single, Englishman, which was out last week, March the 7th. Available to download.
It is all available, yeah.
And the EP, is the EP out yet?
The EP is coming out on Friday.
Oh, this Friday. Wow, you really are like right in the midst of everything.
Oh yeah, literally.
Seriously, so single coming out, playing Country to Country, another single coming out, an EP coming out, a video coming out. Do you
Video
sleep?
for all of the tracks. There's like just throwing everything out there. It's mad.
You're just really keen to get this music out there.
Yeah, I just like I said, because it's been such a long time since I have released stuff, and so much has changed. It just needs to get out there and then
You're
move
ready.
on to the next thing, and hopefully people just enjoy it. And I didn't rush the recordings. We were doing the recordings at the end of last year.
Okay.
So that I think they're a step up again, and so that's the aim for every time. It's just
Of course, because your last album, your last EP came out same time last year, didn't it? No, so same time 2016.
Yeah.
And the debut single went straight to number 2, I read.
It did, yeah. It went to number 2 in the iTunes charts,
Absolutely
which was
crazy.
amazing. Yeah, we were just a few sales behind the Shires, I think.
Oh, I love the Shires. Have you heard their new song as well?
I haven't, not yet. I've seen clips of their new video, and I did bump into them at C2C as well.
I was going to say, they were there, weren't they?
Yeah,
Are you on like first name basis now?
I had a chat with Chrissy. Yeah, I don't know Ben. So it's, but yeah, lots of friends who I write with and like know them and write with them and stuff like that. So I'm sure we'll cross paths.
Yeah, definitely.
We're in the same circles. So.
Of course. So the Country to Country Festival must have been amazing.
Yes, it's incredible. I mean, I did a performance on the Saturday and the Sunday morning. And it's great. Just
Your second time being there as well. So
Yeah.
how is it different this time than last time? Bigger stage?
I think people remembered who I was from last year, which really helped. I had a few people kind of the same stage actually.
Okay.
Which is good. But I did on the Sunday morning. I did like a writers' round in one of their venues. Like they did like a thing called C2C Close Up.
so we did that, sang tracks. There's 4 of us in a row, going round the round, and then we did a meet and greet afterwards, and people can come up and say hello and say that kind of stuff, which is really nice. So that was a really great experience.
Do you have like any crazy fans?
I don't have any crazy fans apart from my mum.
But she's just crazy. I don't even know if she's a fan.
What, she just fair play. I mean, she's your mother, remember?
Yeah.
I am in and amongst my research of you. I found a video of you doing Open Mic UK back in like 2012.
Oh, dear.
You look nice and young and baby faced.
Yeah, that was an experience and a half.
I was going to ask what it was like because I know other people who've done that a few years back and they sort of said it wasn't really worth it. I don't know.
Wasn't. It was a good experience for me because I got to see. I don't like sort of like, saying bad things about people realistically, but it was for me. It was seeing the dark side of the industry a little
really?
bit. Yeah.
I just felt like their morals were in the wrong place, kind of taking advantage of young artists and all this kind of stuff. But it's a grow. Everyone you have to go through it. You have to.
It was a start. It's something you had to go
exactly.
through and try.
And I learned a lot from that experience.
The people I met through that experience, and I, became a stronger minded person because of it.
Good.
So I think it's I wish they'd take that down.
Well, to be fair, it's you doing a really cute version of David Gray, which was really lovely.
I love David Gray. David Gray is one of my all-time favourites.
I was going to ask, is he one of your main influences? I have to ask the question, like, who are your influences? So go on, give us the list.
David Gray, James Taylor, Dire Straits. That's all the stuff I kind of grew up listening to.
And I got to see David Gray a few years ago, actually, and he was unbelievable. He was great. I'm going to try and get tickets for the old James Taylor in Hyde Park this year and see if I can see him as well, just to tick off the bucket list,
That would be pretty awesome. Following on in his footsteps. Who knows? Maybe you'll be working with him.
Oh, I don't know. He's a hell of a musician.
Yeah.
I would be probably quite intimidated to even step in the same room.
I doubt it. You're pretty much you're at his level now, aren't you? No.
Not even.
No,
not
I
even
should.
Near, no.
I'm totally just blowing smoke up your butt. I will stop doing that. I do apologise. But no, I do. I really enjoyed. I've had a sneak preview of your new EP, which I really enjoy. You're just going to bang it out, pop out the songs, and then move on to the next. It seems.
Yeah, already been in the studio, just sort of working up certain tracks and stuff for the next one. We'll probably just keep dropping singles and once again, like just throughout the year, and just keep the ball rolling with new music and all this kind of stuff. Which is great, and it's really exciting for me.
Yeah. So who are you working with at the moment then?
Well, the Englishman track I co-wrote with a guy called Kipper.
Mm-hmm. He's the Grammy.
He's a Grammy Award-winning songwriter. Really great bloke.
I was fairly intimidated when going into his studio, but we got on really well, and we wrote that song together.
Was Sting there?
Sting wasn't there, but many awards were there on the walls, and I was just like, oh my god.
But no, he's a really great bloke, really
top guy. And then more recently, I've been working with a guy called Matt Clifford, who is one of the keys players for the Stones, up at Talia, doing some writing and recording and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, just getting in with some really great talented people.
Yeah, how do you meet these people?
Management is honestly, and going to networking events. Networking is so key in the music industry. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I was barely watching the headliner acts last night because I was running around the O2 Arena going, "Hi, I'm Jake. Hi, I'm Jake."
Yeah, quite a few bands have similar opening stories. I'm thinking of, I think, Paramore, when they first started. They were like, "Yeah, we happened to have a small stage at Warped Tour. We went to everyone and said, 'Come and see us. This is who we are.'" And
exactly, yeah.
And then they became Paramore. So
that's what you got to do. Like, you got to play the game. It's just a big game. You got to play it. And,
see, you say you're not academic, but you know all about the business game. So that's.
I've done it for a while now, so I've learned very slowly.
I was gonna say, you're definitely someone with a lot of experience under your belt. You're not just some kind of fresh-faced kid.
No, I've played thousands of gigs.
You really have.
Yeah, like all over the place. Like we were in Germany at the start of last year, doing a little tour around North Germany, which was great fun.
Just like 3 of us in a van driving around Germany, which was hilarious. So yeah, and then just gigging all over the UK, festivals. Last year we were lucky enough to Sports Scouting for Girls at one of the big festivals. So I played to about 20,000 people.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's all stuff that goes under your belt. And,
yeah, definitely laying out the groundwork.
Yeah, you got to do the legwork.
Yeah. Is there anyone who kind of told you that, gave you that advice, or is it just something you've learned along the way?
I think it's just something you learn along the way. I think everyone has to cut their teeth somehow.
Everyone has their own journey. Like you'll never hear one same story.
No, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
So that's you touring with you and the Jake Morrell band, I'm assuming.
Yes, it was me, my drummer Lewis Jenkins, and our bass player Keshav Kanabar, who is.
Well, he for that trip, he literally jumped off the plane back from Thailand after playing over there for New Year, jumped in my van, fell asleep until we got to Germany. I swear to God.
That's brilliant.
We documented his many sleeps, which was very fun.
I'm pretty sure he deserved those.
Oh
sleeps.
No, he totally deserved it, but it was still nonetheless pretty entertaining.
Very hard-working man. When did the band join Jake Morrell? Or has it always been you with a band, but you just occasionally perform on your own?
It's been through many phases. It started off just me with a band just under Jake Morrell, and it became the Jake Morrell band, and then it went back to me just Jake Morrell, and then because I do so much solo stuff now as well. I can't always have a band, and maybe one day I'll get like a secure unit and have their own identity as well.
Yeah.
but I'm building my brand at the moment.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. I am you're great. When I Googled you came up everywhere. It was brilliant. And I found a video of you on BBC Radio, BBC introducing it in Norfolk with a band. And you were like, yeah, we've just kind of thrown this song together today and just made it in a band format. I couldn't tell if it was like, that's how pro you are, that you could just kind of turn up that day.
No, that was probably how amateur I was at the time. I wouldn't do that now.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm actually going on BBC introducing in Norfolk at the weekend.
Oh, fair play. Because you're from Norfolk, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So I'm from
sort of just outside Kings Lynn, but I tend to gig mostly in Norwich if I go back home. It's such a wicked city.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to a Londoner. I don't know anything north of like the Watford Gap, literally. So
I mean, Norwich is just like hipster farmers. So.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Are you a hipster farmer?
I'm not a hipster farmer, no.
I don't know. You forget, I've seen like the changing ages of your hair, and I've seen it at the different phases throughout my research. And so you've had some awesome hairstyles. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, well, do you know what? Funnily enough, a couple of years ago, I was approached by this manager, and he was like, all great artists have great hair. And I looked back, and I was like, he's right.
Okay, so is that the key? Is that your guru wisdom that you want to impart on young musicians?
All great artists have great hair. I don't know. I got fed up with my long hair. I cut it off at the end of last year. I was just like, no, I've had enough. I don't know how girls do it.
Yeah, it's a good question. Neither do we, to be honest.
Yeah, you're obviously a lot more patient than we are.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, and especially with rain like this, you don't have to worry about afro, might I add. That's one thing that you're lucky to do. Anyway, first of all, I feel like I should stop blathering on and explain that I do research and I'm not stalking you, just so you know. That's all it is.
You're telling me all my bad points that are scattered over the internet.
No, they're great. It's brilliant. It's good to see that you've actually, I think you really have done a lot of groundwork. You've done the journey, kind of like in the same way Ed Sheeran did all that hard work.
I think Ed Sheeran's
a great reference for that. I mean, he took it to the extreme, I think. I mean, there's a reason why he's this big. Because he's amazing. He worked his arse off, that kind of stuff. So I think as a role model for a working musician and songwriter and stuff like that, he's probably at least top 5.
And it was very encouraging to see that you've done the same, because I looked you up and there were thousands of gigs that I could see and thousands of people saying he's played here, little mini reviews, and I think that shows that you've really been putting the work in.
You got to it's just you gotta come from somewhere, otherwise it's kind of unfair on everyone else.
I'm not sure whether fair is how the music industry works. Fair enough. But it clearly has paid off, as with your latest music as well, which I will let you get set up for, and we'll hear your latest single, which drops today. Yep. The Wandsworth Radio exclusive. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been fantastic chatting to you.
No, thank you so much for having me.
Where can people find you online?
You can find me pretty much everywhere, but Facebook, all the social medias are at the Jake Morrell, Morrell. My website is just jakemorrell.co.uk. There's stuff now, all stuff on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. It's all there. It's all there.
And you will be releasing the video for that beautiful song.
Yeah, that comes out
at 5 o'clock if I get home in time.
If you don't get lost on your way out, like you did on your way in. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I can't wait to see the video and can't wait for the whole EP to be released as well, and to see what is next in store for Jake Morrell.
Hopefully it's good things.
It will be, I'm sure.
Wandsworth Radio.